Hello. Okay, day 2, showing up. Day 2. This is early in the morning on day 3. I'm just going to do day 2 because yesterday I had a lot of pain management to do yesterday, and so I was completely out of it last night and fell asleep early, and so I thought I'd do it in the morning, and then I was almost going to do a day 2, day 3 combined, but I'll just do this as day 2 and then I'll do my day 3. All right, so I've got a few notes, so I'm just going to look at my notes. Okay. Yeah, it was a busy day. It was a good day. I wrote down what I ate. So yesterday I started off with a coffee in the morning. On my Carnivore challenge, I'm having something called plant cream. And I know it's not very popular with some people, so don't come at me. I know that it's got stuff in it. I mean, a choice between that and not doing carnivore, it's a no-brainer for me. So these are just the choices I'm making, right? So we all have to make our own choices. And right now that's helping me mentally adjust to eating like zero carb, which is basically, carnivore. All right, so that's just a note on the plant cream. I love cream. I love dairy, and I really can't have it. So I have some alternatives in some spaces. I can do a little bit of sheep's milk and sheep's cheese, but I have it rarely, and I can have ghee. It's no problem at all. Anyway, we won't get off into dairy-free stuff. And then I had 3 chicken balls. I'll insert a photo. I'm not sure which side it'll come up on, but they're the chicken and bacon balls that I did some meal prep earlier in the week. And I made salt and pepper squid, and I've got a little video. I'll put that in. I haven't done that before in editing, so it'll be interesting. I'll add the video of the it was life-changing. Salt and pepper squid seasoning. I used my spa seasoning. I used pork panko crumb, and that's it. And the squid. So I actually bought the squid tubes, like the regular squid, the shape. I'll put a photo. And then I sliced it, and I sliced it quite thickly. I didn't want to overcook. Do you know what I worked out? I have never had properly cooked squid my whole life. I cooked it myself in the Ninja air fryer. I know right now it's the thing I'm using all the time. I cooked it myself, and it was amazing. I got 2 tubes out, and I cut them up. One was for my husband and one was for me, and I could only eat half. And then I was like, okay, it's very rich. I think for me, I'm not eating a massive amount of food right now, and I think I've actually done carnivore days where I've had heaps, but right now I'm not, and I probably will work out why that is later. But anyway, so I had that. That was life-changing. That was awesome, incredible. Then in the afternoon, I'll talk about the pain in a minute. Just managing some back pain, knee pain. And I was smoking a brisket for my daughter and smoking chicken wings, and the smoker went into default mode overnight while I was sleeping, and I had this great big drama and I just happened to wake up at 2:00 in the morning. I got up, went out there, thought I might as well check it while I'm up, for the bathroom. I'll just check it. It wasn't working. It wasn't on. It wasn't hot. So I checked at 11:30 before I went to bed, and it was fine. And it had only been on an hour and a half. So I think it must have stopped shortly after that. Anyway, so I thought, you know what? I brought it inside. It took me an hour because then my oven went on the blink when I tried to put it in the oven. It was just one thing after the other. I have a convection oven. I thought, let me put it in that. That was a whole nother drama. Then I thought I'm going to try the oven one more time. I got that working, so that was awesome. And then I went to bed. I put it to bed in there and went to bed. Got up in the morning, and then I had to troubleshoot what's going on with my pit boss, which is my smoker. So I might put a bit of footage in somewhere just to show you. Okay. The pit boss is up and running and burning off. all the dirty smoke. Once all that's clear, that's when we set the temperature and go for smoking the brisket overnight. So with all the extra movement, because mobility is an issue that I've got, it's one of the reasons I'm doing carnivore and why I love zero carb. And apart from I just feel better when I have less carbs in my life. Just the last couple of days doing a heap of food prep even on Sunday before I started Monday, and I was fairly active over the whole weekend, and then Monday and yesterday was just a crazy day. It was just because then I had an appointment in the morning, went out, came back. When I got back, I had to clean out the whole pit boss because the only thing I could find online when I Googled it all was clean out the fire pot and then clean out the pit boss. And I didn't even know if it was going to work. I had some chicken wings to smoke as well for my daughter. We're doing the challenge together, and she's going to come on here. We're going to do a couple of segments together on here. So, and just talk about some stuff, right? Anyway, so I was thinking Emma may have to cook these chicken wings herself. I don't know. I cleaned it all out. Then I had to clean out all the vacuum cleaner after that because of dust, right? So then I cleaned out all the vacuum cleaner, and then I had to still cook the chicken wings. I'm still cooking the brisket at this point because it wasn't ready. I'm not sure how long it stopped cooking for, and I don't know how effective that is. It's never happened to me. I mean, I haven't cooked heaps of briskets, but I have cooked some, and I've never had that issue. So, long story short, I got the pit boss working. I smoked her chicken wings. Then I smoked some chicken breast that I took out because I thought, while I've got the smoker going, I might as well use it. I've got a pellet grill smoker with a sear station. It's awesome. I love it. It's not huge, but it's great. And then I've got a gas barbecue on the other side. It's a twin thing. Anyway, I got that all working, but I think just all the movement, my lower back and so then I was looking for pain management. I don't know if you've heard of arnica gel is one of the things I use. Arnica gel. This stuff is amazing. Okay. It's natural, completely natural. And so I just put it in all the places, and it's almost like using Voltaren gel. I don't have the Voltaren gel right here. It's out in the kitchen, I think, but Voltaren gel, it really helps me. And then there's Panamax, Voltaren, all the things, right? So I fell asleep early. Not early. I had a girlfriend come over and we chatted, as we do, for hours. And that was awesome. It was lovely to see her. And then I fell asleep when she left. So that's why I didn't do this last night. But for the day, so I had coffee in the morning. I had 3 of those chicken balls that I made. I had the salt and pepper squid. Then in the afternoon, I was just craving whatever I could put my hands on. I just wanted to eat sugar. I wanted to eat something. So I made myself another coffee, which I don't do. I don't actually drink coffee every day. I drink decaf, if anything, or I drink tea. Like right now even. Let me just grab it. I've got a tea, and it is Earl Grey. There it is. And yes, I've got nut pods milk in it. And again, don't shout me down, guys. I'm just doing the best I can do right now for where I'm at. And one day I won't probably want any of that, but right now this is what I need to do. So then I had some crunchy lamb, another revelation. So I'm a texture eater, and I am going to be posting about textures on this channel because I do think it's a message that people want to do carnivore need to hear this, because a mono meal can be challenging in a texture eater space, a texture eater's world. A mono meal. And so what I've learnt for doing ketovore and carnivore days, pardon me, not a carnivore life, but I've done carnivore days over the last year or two. Excuse me. Got the hiccups now. what I've learnt is I need more than one texture on my plate. That helps me sustain for longer. And I heard Michaela Peterson talking about crunchy things. And so I thought, oh, that's interesting. In my freezer, I had a lamb shank and some flaps, ribby flap things. So I thought, and I knew I needed to use it for soup, right? Because what else are you going to use it for? So I thought I'll cook it in the Instant Pot and break it all down, and then I'll get broth out of it, and I'll then smash it up. She just said, she just slow cooked and pulled apart, and then I think she used an air fryer. But I've got the Ninja Foodie Grill XL, which I can't recommend enough for so many reasons. I use that and my meat smasher, right? I smashed it all up a couple of times. I cooked it for 15 minutes and then I dehydrated it. The dehydrate setting on that thing is amazing. So I did that and it turned into these gorgeous. Now, I will say, when I did cook it in the Instant Pot, I sprinkled a little bit of clove powder. I know that's going to sound weird, but I'm married to an Indian, and his mother always told me, my mother-in-law, she always told me, whenever you cook lamb, because it can be congee, it's an Indian word, you sprinkle a little bit of clove powder. And it didn't even taste lamby. I said all that to get to the end point. When I did end up turning this lamb into crunchy bits, it didn't even turn lamby. It didn't even taste lamby. It just tasted like goodness. Crunchy little bit of meat goodness. Like beautiful biltong that doesn't wreck your teeth and doesn't get into everything, right? Because biltong can be challenging depending on what brand you buy. So I had some crunchy lamb. After the coffee, I had crunchy lamb. And then I made, after my girlfriend left, I did make a little burger sandwich. There was one burger, just meat. I don't put much in my burgers. I just form them and cook them. Seasonings is what I normally that's all I put. I rarely put panko. Sometimes I put pork crumbs in, but not very often. And it was just a plain beef mince with some seasoning. And I don't know what, because I'd prepped them. And I got them out of the freezer. Anyway, I had cooked that, and so I made beef bread. The recipe's on the channel, and I just sliced that up and I put the burger in that, ate that, fell asleep, went to bed. My take on yesterday is really about pain management during busyness, and you got to do what you got to do. One of the things, I've just joined a few Facebook groups in carnivore Facebook groups. There's heaps of them. I counted them. I actually counted them. Some are ketovore carnivore and some are just straight carnivore. And there's 15 right now. Now, I looked a year ago and there was like two. Zero Carb Life with Kelly Hogan's been around for a long time. I think there was one other. I could not find it, had in it. And now there's 15. It was crazy. So I've been really encouraged and really getting a lot out of those groups. Why did I tell you that? Oh, that's why I told you that. There's a lot more permission to do your own version of carnivore. And I suppose that's probably something I'll end up talking about because, I'm in my 50s. So, I've been around here and there. And one of the things I find is that people think that their way of doing things is everyone's way of doing things. And it's just not true. I have a unique body. I can use something like this and have a completely different interaction with it than you, because it interacts with everything I've got going on when I use it, which is why we trial and error. It's why you have to do your research, just like I have to do mine, to work out whether something's going to work for me based on what I know about myself. And I just think that's really important, So yesterday if I summed up yesterday, I was successful. I carried out my carnivore challenge and I did a lot of pain management yesterday. But today is a new day, so I'm going to finish this here and then I'm just going to just start my recordings for the day for my vlog for day 3. So thank you for watching. A like and subscribe goes a long way to helping me on my channel. I suppose I'm recording these videos really for me first and foremost. Does that sound a little bit selfish? I don't know. I like to see my journey because we don't always see ourselves as we truly are. I don't know if we ever do, but it is helpful in that space to just watch it back. And I learn things about myself by doing that. But also there's other people who are in my position, morbidly obese, in their 50s. They might be dairy free, they might not. They just need encouragement every day. I watch vlogs just to get the courage to keep going, right? The courage to keep going. I also understood quite a few years back that it re-inspires me. It fuels me. It renews my mind again to all the benefits that go with carnivore, to the hope of what lies in the future for me, right? Because the other thing I did notice yesterday, I was going to finish it, wasn't I? But look, I'm still talking. The other thing I did notice yesterday was that, what did I notice? I felt odd. And I was thinking about that and thinking, why do I feel odd? I feel odd because I don't feel like myself, like I felt last week, because that's the power of food, right? First of all, and the right food. Well, see, that's me assessing that what I'm eating is right. Interesting. But I feel like I'm in transition, right? I feel like I don't feel like myself, but I'm becoming who I want to be. And so it was just an interesting thought that occurred to me. And the other thing on a mental and emotional level, because I love all that stuff, is I felt hope. And I'm not going to get emotional now. I love getting emotional, so I don't have a problem with getting emotional, but now's not the time I want to do it. So it's hope is a precious, precious thing. It's precious. And I felt hope yesterday. It was really good. All right, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye and I will see you tomorrow.